Everything I hated about my financial past just shows me how far I've come.
Bruh. Hi folks, Berna here, your financial hype woman, and guess what? It is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Let's go. Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, Asian American. And this is Hella Helpful Storytime, a video series serving up two things you never see. Dark-skinned folks in the AAPI community, we exist, taking the mic to share their money stories. First up, we have Daphne, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Daphne. I'm a flight attendant and travel blogger living in Brooklyn, New York. I'm South Indian. More specifically, I'm Tamil. And although I was born in the States, my family is from Bangalore, India.
Now, I asked Daphne some real in-the-feels questions about money, but first, since we're all taught not to talk about money, I asked her to put her money journey on blast for all of us right now.
The last few years have been dedicated to repairing my credit score, which I did, and building an emergency fund, which I also did. At the beginning of the year, I opened up a new checking account so that I have two, one for bills and one for spending money. I also opened up multiple savings accounts that were all high yield, so that my money has a purpose and can grow. I'm currently focused on paying off my ridiculous student loans so that I can finally become debt-free.
Y'all heard that in the back? A dark-skinned Tamil woman making big moves to become debt-free. I don't see enough of y'all writing that down. Next, I asked Daphne how her family and her culture shaped the way that she saw money.
When I look at my skin, I think of my family, my heritage, and our struggles. My parents were immigrants with little to no education. They came from a place where everyone has a scarcity mindset, and now they're trying to make it in this brand new country that they know nothing about. They focused on surviving and providing. We didn't have a ton of money, so naturally money was a negative, shameful topic. Like a lot of South Indians, my parents were also super Christian, so the love of money is the root of all evil. It was kind of internalized that it's okay to be poor. It's actually an honor because, our riches will be in heaven. As kids, we're taught just to go to school and get good grades, and then magically we would be successful and have a good job.
First, let me get my goosebumps to calm down, because how many of us had parents who were completely focused on surviving, providing, assimilating, and sticking our noses in the books as much as possible? Me. The part where Daphne said that it was internalized, even okay, and honored to be poor? An important reminder that generational poverty is not just connected to how many dollars you do or don't have. It's also connected to the deep-rooted beliefs passed down to us through our culture and even our religion.
My first job out of college, I worked at a spa doing nails where the owner determined how much we were paid. I didn't know how to talk about money. I didn't know how to advocate for money. I didn't look for higher paying jobs. I settled because I thought that's what I deserved. I didn't know how to manage the money I was getting, let alone properly save.
I settled because that's what I thought I deserved. Sorry, Daphne, go ahead.
I have an amazing job now, but I continue to make poor choices with my money up until, honestly, last year. I literally just learned how to budget a few months ago, and life-changing.
She said budgeting is life-changing.
We are witnessing a woman who took her financial education into her own hands. But as you'll hear and can probably relate, the road to self-education and financial literacy is not an easy one, especially when you are constantly unlearning the things that your family did or did not teach you.
I got most of my knowledge from the internet, blogs, YouTube videos, Instagram pages. And as I stumbled into all of this info, I became super resentful. Why didn't my parents teach me anything about finance? Why didn't they save anything for me? Why didn't they save more for themselves? Why did they take out all these loans in my name? Why did they fuck up my credit score? I realized that they didn't teach me any good money habits because they didn't have any. No one taught them. And most importantly, they did the best that they could. So I'm more understanding because because of them and their sacrifices, I have all these resources now. I know my purpose is to break this intergenerational cycle of struggle by staying informed and making healthy, smart decisions with my money, not just for me and my family, but for everyone who looks like me.
The journey from resentment to empathy, that first-gen flavor of responsibility. Because of their sacrifices, I have all these resources. Keep going, Daphne, keep going.
I want to see brown girls win. Being dark-skinned, we are constantly told that we are less than, less beautiful, less worthy, less capable, which is total bullshit. Despite growing up with all this negative messaging aimed at darker-skinned individuals, I've learned to celebrate my beautiful brown skin and feel empowered by it. Similarly, I now embrace my money journey instead of feeling ashamed. Everything I hated about my financial past just shows me how far I've come and that I have the power to change the narrative. If I could tell my younger self something about money, it would be that money isn't evil, it's not scary, and it's not too hard to learn about.
Bruh. Thank you so much, Daphni, for sharing your story. It takes courage for someone like Daphni to share their financial journey, this part of our lives that we've always been told not to share. On top of constantly feeling like the stories of dark-skinned people don't matter, not just to the global majority, but also within the AAPI community itself. So if you could relate to any part of Daphni's story, please leave some love in the comments below so that Daphni can read it and everyone else in the AAPI community can feel the love too. It is so important. It is my life's mission to build a platform where we can see and hear from people who look like us and who sound like us. That's the whole point behind the Hella Helpful community. You can find Daphni at YoungJetlag on Instagram. A+ name branding. Stay tuned at Hey Berna for more stories like Daphni's all month long, and hit me up if you are a dark-skinned AAPI and you've got something to share. This is Berna, your financial hype woman. Bye.